District Attorney Sandra Doorley, Sheriff Todd Baxter. My name is Christopher Chichester. I live at 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield, and I am demanding public information from you using the instrument called the Freedom of Information Law. And the document that I demand that you send to me immediately is a list of salaries at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Send me the most recent document. That should include new employees and your current employees so I can see, so I can evaluate how you gave raises to your current employees. Today is November 23rd, 2020. There are 14 Freedom of Information Law documents in here, and you're going to ignore every single one. Party switching frauds, Sandra Doorley and Todd Baxter. Every single one you will refuse to comply with. Despite the fact your entire repulsive, nauseating, criminal, corrupt existence is tax dollars, you will refuse to send me a list of salaries at the District Attorney's Office and Sheriff's Office. November 23rd, every Freedom of Information Law that I'm going to read here and send to you, I'm going to update the date so you're going to get this registered mail return receipt. I'm just doing this to you on YouTube right now. So, on November 21st, I was on YouTube and I sent it to you in PDF. You're going to get this again in PDF. November 21st, every Freedom of Information Law document I'm going to read on November 23rd today, you got on November 21st, November 19th. Every one I'm going to read today, you received on November 19th. Every one I'm going to read today, you received on November 17th. Every one I'm going to read, you received on November 15th. So, this is the fifth time since November 15th. I'm demanding a public employee payroll, list of salaries at District Attorney's and Sheriff's Office, and other information using this document. I also demanded the same information that you refused to comply with on June 24th. June 24th, refused. June 22nd, refused. This is on YouTube. And I mailed it to you. And on December 23rd, 2019, refused. It's 11 months ago. This is 11 months ago. I'm demanding public information from you. Freedom of Information Law. The key word, party switching frauds, Sandra Doorley and Todd Baxter, is law. Freedom of Information Law, FOIL. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Sandra Doorley, Todd Baxter. Freedom of Information Law. I am the requester. Is my name. As my email right there. cchichester.juf4@gmail.com. I'm going to say that again for you, Sandra Doorley and Todd Baxter. cchichester.juf4@gmail.com. 26 Sanders Farm Drive, Penfield, New York, 585-678-921. Christopher Chichester, November 23rd, 2020. Freedom of Information Law. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Todd K. Baxter. Freedom of Information Law. Names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Sandra Doorley, November 23rd, my signature. Freedom of Information Law. The cost of overtime, a time and a half, or however paid beyond a base salary is calculated at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Todd Baxter. Chris Chichester, 11/23/2020. Cost of overtime, time and a half, however paid beyond base salary is calculated at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office, Sandra Doorley, 11/23/2020. To cost the taxpayers of Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley expending taxpayer dollars set on employment-related discrimination lawsuits fair to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Christopher Chichester, November 23rd, 2020. To cost the taxpayers of Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter expending taxpayer dollars set on employment-related discrimination lawsuits fair to comply with Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The cost of a surveillance device purchased with taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter and fixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to Monroe Christian Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive, walks through parking lot next to the building Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah. cost of taxpayers for photography session approved by Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter photographed 10 public employees underwater in a pool. Cost for a hotel and plane ticket for Monroe County Sheriff employee Ryan Fisher to attend the Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia with his canine dog Lola. What are the physical training standards and requirements of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Todd Baxter. Sheriff Todd Baxter. The date and year Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter rehired Michael Rather after his 20-plus year career with the Sheriff's Office ended. The names and charges of every inmate in Monroe County Jail from January 1, 2018 to November 23, 2020. The documentation for the case of Christopher Chichester before John P. Lomenzo Jr. in Penfield Town Court. What is the name of the prosecutor, Sandra Doorley? The documentation for the case of Christopher Chichester before Paul Lomenzo in Penfield Town Court. What is the name of the prosecutor, Sandra Doorley? November 23rd, 2020. You will refuse to comply with every single Freedom of Information law, District Attorney Sandra Doorley and Sheriff Todd Baxter. Where's the United States of America on a map, Todd Baxter? Where's the United States of America on a map, Sandra Doorley? Where do you live, Todd Baxter and Sandra Doorley? I do not consider either one of you Americans. You're American citizens by birth. You can vote. You have all the freedoms and privileges that accompany being Americans. Do not consider you American citizens. You're not Americans. And every single YouTube that I've made is confirmation of this fact. Every single correspondence I've written and sent to you is confirmation of this fact, and I'm going to explain it again to you. The prosecutor talk in court, Sandra Doorley? How's an innocent American delivered to jail when a prosecutor doesn't talk? Conviction Integrity Unit? You had to form a separate bureaucracy in the district attorney's office to police yourself. This is why you require the attention of the United States Department of Justice. You won't even tell me the name of these two assistant district attorneys in my case. I have never committed a crime. I'm 55 years old. In the 30-plus years since I was honorably discharged as a 22-year-old Sergeant E5 from 2nd Squadron, 17 Cavalry, 101st Airborne Air Assault, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, I have one speeding ticket. I didn't suddenly decide to become a criminal. I've walked through this parking lot next to my residence 4,000 times when Dr. Gloria Nichols was my dentist at 2041 Penfield Road. And I'm walking through the parking lot one day, just like my neighbors, just like my excellent friend who's across next to me here, just like Penfield High School students, just like 200 people did in a span of 20 minutes after the fireworks at Harris Memorial Park on June 30, 2019. All day long, people walking through that parking lot. And one day, I'm walking through the parking lot, my back is turned, and I hear this screaming from behind me. And it's this psychopath, Neeraj Shah. And I go up to him, I say, what's the problem? He's still screaming. I tell him to fuck off. I give him the finger. I walk away. That's exercising my First Amendment right. He goes to your office, this whack job, this sick, repulsive, pathetic excuse for a human being, this bankrupt individual that I hope will one day come to understand why this enrages me. And he will never understand that. Because he's not there mentally, this guy. At all. He's demanding I be arrested in this paperwork. This is a civilian to telling your employees, Todd Baxter, that I should be arrested. This is the hatred in his heart. Going to you about me walking through a parking lot I've walked through 4,000 times and not my neighbors, not my friend. And you don't dismiss him and tell him he's sick You don't do this? That's astounding. And you put a camera called a surveillance device on 2025 Penfield Road and lied about it repeatedly? When there were when there's video after video after video, footage after footage after footage of me? That's why this guy, Elliot Ross, says to me, you're going to be arrested. Because he knows you came to 2025 Penfield Road and put that camera on that building. And I call it a surveillance device, and your employees like Michael Rather calling Lindsey Barron at the Monroe County Office of Mental Health to come to my residence. I finished my run one day after I got done blistering you on YouTube the night before. I'm coming down Sanders Farm Drive, and I see Lindsey Barron walking across my front lawn with the Monroe County Sheriff Office employee, and I don't want any part of this at the moment. So as I'm running, I turn around and run the other way, and she sees me. And then she gets in the car with the Monroe County Sheriff Office employee. I make a left onto Willow Pond Way where I live. I'm running, and here's Lindsey Barron in the Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle. I'm running, and she wants to talk to me, and she's yelling out the window at me. I just want to talk to you, Chris. I just want to talk to you, Chris. I just want to talk to you. I'm running. She's in the car. I just want to talk to you. This is what you're doing to me. And that's not the first time she's been to my house. Daniel DeLance III is a child rapist in Penfield. John P. Lomenzo Jr. has a relationship with the father. DeLance is released by Lomenzo, 70-year-old John P. Lomenzo Jr., because he says that the paperwork was defective. There was a story in the Democrat Chronicle. I want to see it. I write in Freedom of Information Law. I walk over there, this little star chamber inside the library. Penfield Town Court's inside the library. Did you know that, Sandra Doorley? You know that, Todd Baxter? The court is in the library down the hall. I drop off the Freedom of Information Law. I say, I want to see the documents. I walk home. And Lomenzo calls Lindsey Barron from the Monroe County Office of Mental Health because I dropped off a Freedom of Information Law. So you're buying a surveillance device that I accurately described as a surveillance device that I'm on, and your employee showed me on his phone. And then I get Lindsey Barron coming here because you Michael Radler, or you Kathleen Miller, or you William Tadeo, or you Scott O'Biller, where are you calling her? It's your fucking surveillance device. And you know that there are mentally ill individuals who use that phrase. And they're not under surveillance. You bought a camera called a surveillance device. I call it a surveillance device. And you, Michael Radler, or you, Kathleen Miller, or you, William Tadeo, or you, Scott O'Berty, calling Lindsey Barron at the Monroe County office to come to my residence. Why? Because you just want to be able to say you called her. That's why. You're using this bureaucracy, the Office of Mental Health, as a humiliation device upon me. How is Shannon Meyer and Andrew Yalley still employed at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? How is $67,000 a year Shannon Meyer, $79,000 a year Andrew Yalley still employed? And the reason why, Todd Baxter, is that Shannon Meyer and Andrew Yalley represent the same type of nauseating corruption that you represent. Elliot Ross says to me, you're going to be arrested. You should put that device in that building. And then your employees met with Steve Desmond of Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care, and I told Albert and Lori Broccolo about this right here in this email, and I sent this to them registered mail return receipt. Not one word from them. So you're using a civilian, Steve Desmond, to come to my house. I come out here one day. The guy in his tractor's here. That land has no. How does that land have any ownership? Here it is again from the side of the back angle. How does anybody own that land? They're hearing the tractors, the weed whackers, the leaf blowers at 7 o'clock in the morning. What would you think, Todd? You sleep with Mrs. Fascist Stooge. And here they are at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Because my ex-girlfriend, Laura, said to me, what are they doing here at 7 o'clock in the morning? Even if they own that land and they can prove it, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday with the tracker, the weed whacker, and the leaf blower, this is absurd. They do not own the land next to my house. And they're returning mail from me. That's just one of them. Registered mail. Van Raj refused. Because he can't prove he owns that land. How is it a crime? Todd Baxter, where do you live, Todd Baxter? Where's the United States of America on a map? Bald-headed, party-switching fraud, Todd Baxter. How is it a crime, Todd Baxter, to come out here, stand right here, tell the guy in his tractor nobody owns that land and walk back in my house? Tell me, how does that achieve any definition that constitutes a crime. Criminal contempt second for just walking outside and telling a guy on a track that nobody owns that land. This is the concoction of a crime for me. And when you 6 fanatics, degenerates, and sociopaths are here, that's less personnel you have to pursue real criminals and real criminal activity when you're standing on my front lawn. Fire Shannon Meyer and fire Andrew Reale, and you won't. They'll get their 20 years if they decide to stay at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, despite the fact that these two repulsive human beings have concocted 2 crimes for me. And the second one is, I go to the gym. It's called PW Fitness. It used to be across from Wegmans Food Market. It's empty now. It went out of business. I'm at the back of the gym. I'm on the bench press. I finished the second set of 10. Up walks to me Jim psychopath Jermaine Benman. He goes like that. I don't acknowledge this guy at the gym. This guy is an animal at the gym. You're an animal, Todd Baxter. I tell him I'll be 30 seconds. I lean back on the machine. Benman stands over me. He punches down. My head snaps back. He walks away. And I had to exercise self-control and self-restraint by not retaliating with violence of my own. I go out to the car after Andrew Reale arrives, and he knows my identity because he's been here. Because of what, Todd? Because of his parking lot. He knows exactly who I am after this violent attack that snapped my head back. And every day, I regret that I did not respond in violence and attack Jermaine Benman. I've said this to myself 1,000 times. Why didn't you respond with violence in your own by attacking him? Because I can't handle myself physically. I say this to myself over and over. Why don't you just attack the guy? Because that would have prevented what's going to happen to you when Andrew Reale shows up. That's what I say to myself. We go outside to the vehicle. Andrew Reale, who knows me, tells me to sit in the backseat of his vehicle. He's talking to Jermaine Benman in front of the vehicle. Your employee, Andrew Reale, is telling Jermaine Benman exactly what to say to me as I sit in the backseat of the vehicle. He walks Benman around to the side of the vehicle, and your employee, Andrew Reale, told Jermaine Benman exactly what to say, and Jermaine Benman says to me, I want to press charges against you, and with those 7 words, I'm charged with harassment second. I've asked you this over and over and over, and you've refused to reply. Harassment second. It's the handwriting of Andrew Reale. If I'm hypothetically guilty of harassment second, there's a human being I'm harassing. What's the name of that human being I'm harassing? You can't answer that question because this is a concoction of a crime for me. You have psychopaths and sociopaths in charge. Gerald Salente. That's exactly right. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And Raj, I'm walking through the parking lot, and there you are, screaming in your car, losing your mind, Raj. You're living with your mommy. 50-plus-year-old Raj, you live with your mommy. Raj, you ever had a relationship with a woman or man? A romantic relationship with a woman or man? Have you? Have you had any type of relationship at any point in your adult life with another human being? That's not your mommy. That's not your mother. There you are living with your mother. I believe I know the answer to that question is no. Because who the hell would ever want to be with you? I'm at the YMCA. I'm on the rowing machine. And you know what happened. Because she had to tell you this when she got home. I'm on the rowing machine. I see your mother, Layla Kumar, at the back of the YMCA, and I'm ignoring her. I'm rowing. And she comes up to me, this freak show that is your mother, stands in front of me as I'm on the rowing machine. I'm looking up at her. And as she's walking toward me, I'm thinking, will you just please walk by me? Walk by the rowing machine and out the door and down the hall to the YMCA and leave me alone. That's what I'm thinking. As I'm rowing, she's walking, just please walk by me and leave me alone. And that's not what she does. She stops right in front of the rowing machine that I'm on at the YMCA. She points to something next to her. I have no idea what the hell your mother is talking about. And I say to her loudly, what's my name? You know my name. Your mother walks over to the YMCA employee, points at me, says he doesn't belong at the YMCA, and then he replies to her, I don't know what you're talking about. There's something radically wrong with the way you and your mother live your lives. What is wrong with you Nairaj and Layla Kumar. Why can't you function with civility and decency? What are your employees, Todd Baxter, doing at Wegmans? Again today. I'm going to Gold's Gym. I walk over there in the morning, and there he is right next to the building. This vehicle right here. I took this picture when I was walking over the same spot he was driving by me. Why are they there at Wegmans? If they're sitting in their vehicle at Wegmans doing nothing, then how are they pursuing individuals that have either committed crimes or are in the process of committing crimes? This is your employee driving right by me at Wegmans. They're there every single day. What's such a joke, a disgrace, a buffoon. Here they are at the gym and MCC sitting around, talking to each other. This is after a 5K during the awards ceremony I went to. Right here. These are your employees, Todd Baxter. I took this photo. As I have my phone in my hand, I'm looking through it, and I'm thinking, what the hell are they doing here? Here they are. What's such a buffoon, a competent stooge. I leave my residence to go to Canandaigua National Bank. I walk back down Penfield Road. I walk in front of my residence. I see your employees pass me on Penfield Road. I walk by Wegmans, and 5 of these vehicles and 11 employees converged upon me, and one of them lowered his shoulder, ran at me, knocked me down, my head hit the pavement. Your employee attacked me right there in broad daylight near the pharmacy entrance of Wegmans at 2157 Penfield Road. I've asked you this. What's his name? I had to go to the hospital and get an MRI. This is the money that was in my pocket. I had $61.39. That's your check. County Monroe, Office of the Sheriff. So, I go from Wegmans when my head hit the concrete pavement when your animal knocked me down. What's the name of your animal? Tell me his name. I'm going to write to you about this. You have 11 witnesses, and you're going to refuse to tell me his name. It's again going to be confirmation of your corruption. Your employee, Todd Baxter, attacked and assaulted me. Your employee committed a crime upon me and delivered me to the hospital where I had to get an MRI. Why? I'll guess he knows I read the salaries on YouTube. That's the main reason why. I'll guess he knows exactly, because when I read those salaries, I think it was 500 views right away. 500, we only have 170 employees. 500 views on that YouTube, and I don't check the views. But on that one, I did. That one I did. So I wanted to know. I wanted to see it exceeded 170 because I know you have 170 employees. What's the name of your public employee that lowered his shoulder, ran at me, knocked me down, attacked and assaulted me, and delivered me to the hospital? And I was fine. I got a hard head, Todd Baxter. So, I'm taking a Penfield Town Court before Paula Metzler. There's no prosecutor there. The first time, there was the female that I'm demanding information from, who didn't talk. This time, there's no prosecutor. Does that concern you at all? Perry Duckles. Does that concern you at all that there's not a prosecutor? Forget about Sandra Doorley, because I think that she's just this pathetic figurehead, and she has no idea what's going on. In my experience in bureaucracies, that the number 2 really knows what's going on. You're the number 2, right? You're not the number 2. You're right up there. How am I delivered to jail without a prosecutor even being there? There is no one there. It's just Paula Metzler, because they talked about this. They set this up. That they're going to follow me. That they're going to arrest me for whatever reason. I'm going to get to that. Fiction. Knock me down. Take me to Paula Metzler. No jury. No prosecutor. And I'm in Livingston County. What am I doing in Livingston County, Todd Baxter? I've lived in Monroe County for 9 years. First in Webster and next in Penfield. Why? What possible reason could there be? And I'm not really giving an answer that I understand when I was in Livingston County. And I don't trust any answer that I'm giving because I think it's a lie. So that's when Lee LaRoque came in here. Who's Lee LaRoque? She's not on the list of salaries that I have, even though you took copy out my residence when she came in here. Proof by affidavit, what's that mean? Proof by affidavit, that's what gets them in here. What do you think about that, Perry Duckles? Proof by affidavit, what the hell does that mean? Did somebody submit an affidavit? Somebody sign something? This is fiction. They just decided to come in here and go nuts. They went berserk in here. Lee LaRoque. I say they because I think there were multiple individuals in here. Proof by affidavit having this day made before me by investigator Lee LaRoque, a deputy sheriff investigator with the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, assigned to the criminal investigative section. Assigned to the criminal investigation section. What crimes am I committing? Oh, I'm going to get to that here. Reckless endangerment, trespass, petty larceny, criminal tampering, resisting arrest, attempted assault. Reckless endangerment. I leave my residence. There's 3 in here for one 30-second period. I leave my residence, walk alongside of my house. Your 2 employees walked onto the property of my neighbor, hid in her bushes across the street. They ran across the street at me. I'm running away. I grab the hammer next to my residence. I'm on my back porch. One of them grabs my arm. Up goes the hammer. I pull away, run back into my residence. Attempted assault? Who am I assaulting? Your employee grabbed my arm. The hammer goes up. I pull away. I don't swing a hammer at anybody. I'm running away. You bald-headed fucking corrupt hack. Do you even understand what your employees are doing? I'm running away from them. Everything in here is a lie. Reckless endangerment? What is that? I can hardly wait to go to the grand jury, and I still don't know if I can talk to your 2 employees or if I have to let Regina Harper, my public defender, do it. Because I should be able to talk to them in the grand jury because I'm the one that knows what happened. Reckless endangerment? How am I reckless endangerment when I'm running away back into my house? Petty larceny? Oh, it's someone you think is me taking a no trespassing sign off a front lawn of my residence that nobody owns. How's it larceny? Someone you think is me taking a no trespassing sign off the front lawn of this residence. How's it larceny when it's a sign is on the front lawn of this residence? Such a joke, a buffoon, a pathetic, bankrupt, nauseating hack. Criminal tampering? Tampering? Criminal tampering with what? What is that? You will write and concoct anything here for me. Criminal tampering. What did I tamper with? Is that the sign? I try not to laugh. It's nothing funny about what you're doing to me and continue to do to me. It's just it's your 1984. And I cannot be enraged all the time, so a little levity sometimes helps. Resisting arrest? I didn't even know I was under arrest. And I had earplugs in my ears. Because when I go to Wegmans, I put the plastic earplugs in. Rubberized, rather. I put the rubberized ear, so when I'm running away, I don't hear anybody behind me. I just know 2 people are running toward me. And only when I got on my back porch did I see that it was your 2 employees. And the only way you can charge me with attempted assault is because he grabbed my arm. You are consumed by hatred, Todd Baxter. Your employees are consumed by fanaticism and incompetence. How the hell is she allowed to get into my residence? I'm being evicted. I'm being evicted from my residence because I'm confident. I talked to my landlord. I did not talk to my landlords, Giuseppe and Nino Spano, but I'm confident that they were enraged that they had to let you in. They had to let this Leah LaRoque in. Michael Radler, $0. $0 for Michael Radler. What do you do at the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, Michael Radler, for $0? Are you paid any sum of money from private funds or public funds connected, controlled by Todd Baxter? $0. Total disgrace you are, Todd Baxter. I've been demanding the public employee payroll over and over and over, and you refused. You refused to open your mail from me on June 15, 2019. I think this is about the 10th or 11th time I'd sent it to your office. Sending public employee payroll. Refused. Now, Todd and Sandra, they're on the list of salaries. I'm going to read that again because there are two individuals I am concerned about here. I just want to read the Freedom of Information Law, and that you refused to comply with from November 23rd. The named salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Todd K. Baxter. Christopher Chichester, my city. Now, Todd, this is the employee that I'm most concerned about at the moment at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. That works for you, reports directly to you. This is Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee Charles Manson. And you can see he's got this swastika here carved in his head. I'm going to get to the swastika that you're fascinated about momentarily here. So what do you pay Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee Charles Manson? And he's a psychopath like you, Todd. And Sandra, it's just I'm going to read you this Freedom of Information Law again for your assistant attorneys, just so you know. It's just the law I have here in my hand because I'm demanding that you comply with the law. And this is the names and salaries of every public employee to Monroe County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Sandra Doorley. Do you understand me, honey? Do you need any assistance with understanding the English language here? And I'm concerned about the temperament of this assistant district attorney, Sandra. This is Monroe County Assistant District Attorney Colonel Nathan Jessup. And you see he's totally losing control here. I think he's saying, I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. Boy, he's really angry when he's saying that, Sandra. So I think you need to counsel Assistant District Attorney Nathan Jessup immediately because he's a whack job, just like you, sweetheart. So those are the two salaries I'm going to go to right away when you send it to me, right? Because you are going to send, you're going to print out the salaries for the district attorney's and sheriff's office immediately, and you're going to comply with the law. Isn't that right, Sandra, sweetheart, and Todd, baby? Comply with the law. Now, Todd, I have some photographs of you here, and I'm concerned about awards that you're bestowing on your employees at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for heroism and valor in the line of duty. And I think that it's time for you, Todd, to eliminate these awards from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And I just want to say, Sandra, that here you are. Here are you and Todd. Here's you and Todd. Here's Todd right here, and here you are, Sandra. And here's Todd here because he's got this domination thing going on. He's telling you, Sandra, to sit down and shut up and be quiet. And that's not going to be good for you being able to work together. When he's telling you to sit down and shut up and be quiet. Okay, so anyway, now Todd, I told you before, I'm concerned about your grooming. I'm not going to get to your personal grooming habits here, but here you are. Here's your official photograph here at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And Todd, I don't quite understand this third grade child haircut you got going here. What is this here? It's really flat. It goes to the side. You don't know how to part your hair the correct way. And then you got this like little small mustache here. I mean, I've never seen a man with a mustache like your mustache, Todd. How do you have your facial hair like this? I mean, if you have a goatee like me, then you should just let your mustache and your goatee just grow out in a normal way that men let it grow out for a goatee. But you got this little thing here. It's like about 2 inches. I don't quite get that mustache. I've never seen a man with a mustache like your mustache, Todd. That's really bizarre. How you rocking that little square there below your nose. So I don't quite get that. Maybe you'll write me a memo on that. And here you are, talking to your Monroe County Sheriff Office employees. I mean, you're really losing control of yourself and screaming like a whack job. And that's the way you are, Todd. So now, Todd, here are the medals that you're handing out at the sheriff's office I'm concerned about, and I think you need to reconsider, this idea to recognize your employees at the sheriff's office here. Here's one of them right here. This is the clasp of the Iron Cross that you are now awarding to employees. And I really am concerned about this clasp of the Iron Cross here. You go, and then you got the official symbol here of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. He goes like that, and then it goes like that. And what is that? Because I just don't get it. I fail to understand, how it goes like that, and then it goes like that. And that's complete and total incoherence from you, Todd. I mean, how come you just don't have the American flag on here? I don't really get this, order of Schnitzengruben you got here going here with the clasp of the Iron Cross. I just don't get that. And this one here, Todd, this is the Grand Cross of the Iron Cross. What's that mean, Todd? Grand Cross of the Iron Cross. I mean, you got cross. I mean, you got the word cross in there twice in this decoration from you. And again, with this total incoherence, it goes like this, and then it goes like that. And I just felt I'm trying to really think about the significance and meaning of that. Like when you look at the American flag, which you should never be around, you got the stars and bars, the red, white, and blue on there. And if you look, at currency, and you see a bald eagle, and a bald eagle's bald like you, and you understand the significance of the eagle in American life, the symbolism of it, which means freedom. And you don't know anything about freedom because here you are with the Grand Cross of the Iron Cross. So I don't quite get that. And this is apparently the most coveted. This one right here, and I don't get that at all. This is maybe you should call this the order of why don't you loosen your bullets. So I don't get that. And this third one here, Todd. This one here this is the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. Again, with cross again with your awards and decorations here. This big black thing you got going. That's a big black medal from you, Todd. But really, Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. I mean, what is this, Shotzi? I mean, I'm not getting it. This big black. I mean, how is it really this big? I mean, you put it around your neck. Is it one of those here? A neck? Where's it go? I mean, how's that work? This Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. So I'm not getting that, Todd. And that's why you need to talk to some of your employees. Like Deputy Sheriff Herman Gehring. And as you can see. He's really losing complete control. He's losing his mind here, like you. And you also need to talk to Deputy Sheriff Heinrich Himmler, too, Todd. All right. So, Deputy Sheriff Gehring and Deputy Sheriff Himmler, these two here, Todd, could be public relations problems for you. All right. Now, Todd, with your official symbol here at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, here it is. When I ride my bike down there on 130 South Plymouth Avenue, I have to tell you that this is not going to be good for business. With your official symbol. So, Todd, I've also seen photographs of you, like we were talking about how I'd like to have sex with jail to the Democrat Chronicle right here. We said, Monroe County Sheriff, I have a passion for jails. And this photograph here, you're standing next to an American flag. And, Todd, you should never be standing next to an American flag. All right? Don't ever be anywhere near an American flag. I don't want to see you need to take all the flags out of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And if you're anywhere near a flag, you need to run away from it because you don't know what it's like to be an American. You don't know anything about America. All right. And same thing goes, for Lee LaRoque. Who the hell is Lee LaRoque? So, Todd and Sandra, November 23rd, 2020. I'm demanding list of salaries for everyone from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Along with the other information I'm demanding. Comply with everything. Sheriff Todd Baxter and District Attorney Sandra Doorley. What do you fail to understand about this documentation? You are public employees. Every single document that I read here and that I hold in my hand and that I continue to send you multiple times on multiple dates is for public information. It is for public information. When you demand information in a case, you acquire it. But when information is requested of you, you refuse. The hypocrisy from you both is sickening. My name is Christopher Chichester. I live at 26 Sandra Farm Drive in Penfield. I have never committed a crime, and whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.